you are thinking about testing, how it's hard, is it hard, and how to test your Node.js application, I will just briefly show you how you can test your application in a very easy way using Jest and Supertest. First of all, you'll have in the description provided that data.js file where you can download and copy paste. If you don't want to go to the link, you can just right now stop the screen and rewrite everything. You got the products, and we can retrieve all the products using get all products and add products using push to our array. And that's all the magic that we've got inside our data.js. But we need to just create our Node application. To do that, npm init-y will help us to create it. And we are ready to go to install all the dependencies that we need. First of all, we need, of course, Express to create some routes, Jest and Supertest to test our application. And that's all that we need. Okay, whenever it's going to install, we need to just index.js, and it will be our main index file where we'll provide all of the routes. So first, const express equal require express. Then we need const app equals express. We need to app that use express.json because we are going to push something, and we'll create some port like 3000 or 4000, and app.listen to that port, command port, and we need to just console.log server is running. That's all that we need inside our index.js, because we'll stick to some kind of convention, and here we are going to create the routes. So it will be our product routes.js. Here we will need only a few things. So const express, so we need to initialize our express application. So require express. The next thing is to create the router. So express.router. And the last thing, we need to use our data file. So const data equal require, and then we need to get to the data, and here it is, and we are ready to use the two modules that we exported over here. It will help us to preserve some file, and it will be much more cleaner. So we are inside our product routes, and there we need to make two routes. So first will be get request response, and there is the JSON, and here we will just get all products from the data. That's all. After that post, we'll just create that post. I know that's the stupid names, but it will help us later in the test that I will show you that difference in the meaningful way. So data, add product, and here we will just add the request.body. Where is the status? Command 0.1, send command, product added. Of course, we need module that exports equals router. And right now we need to just import all of the routes that we've got to our index.js. And to do that, we need some space over there, and const product routes require that product routes. Of course, we need to use it as a middleware. Product routes over there to just let our application know that our product routes are the routes that we are going to use later on. Okay, so the last thing, we've got our routes, we've got our data, we've got our index.js. Not maybe the last thing, but mostly the last thing, here our testing will start. So right there, of course, we can create the file folder, write test and go on and so on. But right there, I will show you and tell you to create the routes test over there. Product routes.test.js. And here we'll test our application. And to do that, we need request, and it will be require Supertest. We need also express, and we'll require express. And the last thing, product routes, as before, because we are going to require, just give me a second, product routes. We are going to test that routes. Of course, I don't need that over there. I need that over there. So we got our test, imported all the files that we need here. We need then to initialize our Express application. And as we've done before, because it will be the test that will run independently due to the index.js that we just created. So express.json. And then app.use will use product routes. So we are going to do exactly the same like we do over there. But we don't need to app.listen and checking that the ports. And here we are starting to testing. First of all is the describe. Describe is the, not maybe the key, but over there, but the information how we are going to use our test. It will be the headline of our test that we are going to use. And inside that headline, we are going to test all, for example, in that manner, routes. So we don't need describe in that way because it's for yarks, not the one that we are going to use. But it's working as I mentioned before. So product routes, that's the first parameter, and then another parameter will be the callback function that we are going to call. And here to test, we create very simple thing. It, and as you can see, Node test, and you can read everything over there that you've got, but we need only to know few information. First is the description of our test, so later on we know which test fail or not. So get success, and we need to create the callback function that will check our route. So async, and there we need to cast body equals await, and there we make a request using Supertest to our application. Then, so we're just running the server, then getting the get route. That's why I just call it get. And we expect to have 200 status that everything is okay. And also we expect that our body that we just get going to be instance of array. Of course, I will also provide you in the description some articles about what you can check, how you can check, but mostly if you would like to have something, you expect to be, for example, number, to be string, or expect only the status. It's up to you. It's quite easy to create easy tests that are not very complicated, but help you a lot to create a good looking and working application. So the next thing, we've got our get test, and we are going to test the post. So post, we are going to post, and we need a success there. Of course, it doesn't matter. We don't need that success. It will not. Without that success, it will also success. So we need await request, and then we are going to app over there, and we are going to get the post method as a post, and we gonna to send to the come on, I want to post that send. Send. I don't need you. Await request app, send the data. So we are going to go to our product routes, and then we gonna request that body. So we need right now, because we're not checking if there is an error inside the application, inside the data that we are sending, to fit the data structure. So we are going to send some data structure, and we are going, for example, for description of 4, it doesn't matter in that time. Of course, we don't need that separator, and we need to have the status on 201, that everything is okay, and it is done as we set the status over there that our product is added. So we created 2 quite easy and basic tests, and we almost ready to serve our test. To serve it, we need to go to package.json, and over there we delete that test, we create our test, and we just write just, and that's all. Right now, npm test, press enter, and our magic with test happens. As you can see, our product routes, so our headline, as I call it, with the description, is over there, and it passes 2 tests. Of course, I can fail the test, expect to 400, and as you can see, there is an error over there because it got 200 and was expected 400, so bad request. And whenever you can expect, for example, 400, whenever you will send some data over there, that will not pass the validation. And that with the very simple test, you can preserve and hope to run and then grow your application. And that will be all for that video. I hope you enjoy it. If you like it, leave a like. If you love it, leave a like and subscription, leave a comment if you've got any question also. So stay tuned, happy coding, and see you at the next episode.